Welcome back to the weekly entertainment bubble. I'm your host and myhighplains.com correspondent, Aaron Rosas. I'm happy to be here today. We have an incredible show. We are going to be talking all things music, considering Kate Bush's song Running Up That Hill has peaked to its highest in the United States. So let's bring in my fellow co-host and music enthusiast, David Gay. He's a digital producer here. Hello, David.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Are you excited to recap all things? We're going to talk Stranger Things, but we're really going to talk about music from the 80s. Are you excited?
Dude, I'll be honest, I haven't watched Stranger Things, but I'm a big Kate Bush fan, so I'm ready to talk about some 80s music for sure.
Awesome. I am as well. And I also want your opinion on some 80s songs that really brought out your happiness in life, I should say. We all love 80s music, most of us. So I want to ask you about mainly Running Up That Hill. So it's peaked at number 4 in the United States. It got to number 1 in the UK, and in Australia it got to number 1. And that song was popularized in 85. It's been a long time. Do you think there's a winning combination for the reason of it getting so much, it's so much likeness now?
I mean, I think that it just depends on the content. It's between, I've been thinking about this a lot since you asked me to come on here. You know, there's opportunities for songs to get big, whether it's, the use of 70 songs in the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, or even, different covers that revitalize a song, right? So it just depends on the usage. If it's an iconic usage of a song in popular culture, and that popular culture medium connects with a lot of people, I think that song can make a resurgence. Or if a popular act or covers a song from the 80s that people may not know, that might give resurgence to a song as well. Or you may just have a song that that comes out in 2000 or the early 2000s and just is not huge when it comes out, and is iconic now, like Mr. Brightside. So I mean, there's just different combinations, but it's happened multiple times.
I agree with you. And for me, this is just the perfect combination. It just culminated in this incredible moment for Kate Bush. She put out a statement. She's thanking the creators of Stranger Things for bringing her song to the highest level it's ever been. But this was just it. I think it was a beautiful marriage of song and the scene. Have you seen the scene, David?
I haven't, but I just know that it's a great pop song, especially with the resurgence of pop music in the last 10 years, with my favorite Carly Rae Jepsen, Charlie XCX, Caroline Polachek, even Taylor Swift to an extent, even though she's gone a little indie. It just seems like it was made before, Running Up That Hill was made before its time to shine, basically. Have you seen that meme, that Back to the Future meme, that it's like, oh, it was released now, but your kids will eventually love it. This is the perfect epitomization of that meme, because the pop music is so much more, this kind of pop music is so much more popular now than it was back in 85. I wasn't alive back then, but I can only imagine.
I tell David all the time that he has an old soul. So all of the older generation things, I feel like he really connects to it.
That's not very nice to sound, camera.
I'm sorry, I just kind of felt like I had to say it. I couldn't hold myself back. But I was listening to Kate Bush before all of this came. Running Up That Hill, I was like, this is a legend. And also, can I just tell the people watching? I showed my mom this. My mom is 58 years old. She loves 80s music, 70s, all music, right? I showed her Kate Bush, and she was like, yeah, I don't know who this is. And I'm like, how is that even possible? It blew my mind.
It's very interesting. This kind of goes into the nerdy discussion on how music streaming has given more opportunities to, I guess, find new music, discover new music, even music that was released in the 80s. I mean, I didn't start listening to Kate Bush till college, and I was kind of blown away how much she mirrored those other pop artists that we were talking about before, and how it just went so well in the flow of my playlist. But it was, I've been listening to her for a long time, for a while now, and she's really iconic.
She really is. Let me ask you something else. Is there a song in a show that you loved that or brought your attention to that song, to that artist because of a TV show you had watched and you had never discovered it before?
Yeah, actually, the first modern show that I can really think of doing that was probably This Is Us, because like this is gonna like age me a lot, but like,
Tell the people how old you are, David.
I'm 25.
Okay.
Shut up. But like, it's growing up in high school and stuff like that, I listened to a lot of like sad dad indie rock music, like The National, things that came out of the Northeast during the early 2000s, and it seemed like This Is Us kind of broadened my scope about what those kinds of bands were influenced by. So like, because of This Is Us, I listened to a lot of Cat Stevens. There were a couple of indie songs that because I'm on camera, I can't think of the names of them right now. But it seems like that kind of vibe, that kind of acoustic, just sadness. I know that's not really like, I'm not promoting it well, but it just matches so well with the show. Loving, that's kind of what stands out to me.
Well, I want to bring up a couple of songs that I found that were in TV shows that hit it big. So I don't know if you've ever seen The Umbrella Academy, but that's one of the first ones I have. I saw that scene last night. It's I Think We're Alone Now, and it's all of the siblings in the Umbrella Academy dancing, and it became popularized and well-known because of that. So a lot of Netflix shows are really boosting these artists who are considered from the older generation of music lovers, right? But I will bring up, you had mentioned Reservoir Dogs, Stuck in the Middle with You. I know that scene. That's Quentin Tarantino. I feel like Quentin Tarantino puts a lot of music, old school music in his movies, right?
One of the best.
Yeah. Is there something that sticks out to you? Or I know it's hard to kind of put something on. It says here that he also did Bang Bang from Nancy Sinatra.
That was in Kill Bill. That's probably what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's not even, and that's at the beginning of the movie during the credits. And there's only, the what normal credits are. There's nothing behind them, just white text on a black screen, but it sets the tone so well for what that volume 1 is going to be and what it consists of. And it's incredible.
Okay, what about the Come and Get Your Love, Guardians of the Galaxy? That's another big one. That's been a big hit. So is that something that you thought about as well? Or
I mean, just
so many.
I rewatched that movie not too long ago, and I mean, there's so many songs in that movie. Even I Want You Back by the Jackson 5's in that movie. Come and Get Your Love. Just that mixtape. People relate to that, showing a friend or a person you're in a relationship with the music that you grew up with, the music that you love. It's so epitomized in that movie because he's showing basically folks not from this earth and exposing them to the music. So it shows how important music is in relationships and family and stuff like that. So that's why I think a lot of folks related to Guardians of the Galaxy in that fashion.
Yeah, and I think once someone connects with a song, you really get attached to it, right? So it doesn't matter what's going on. And that's like it for me. If I see it in a TV show that I like, I get so attached to it that it's on repeat. What's that song on repeat for you that you discovered from a TV show that it was just like basically, and how long, let me ask you actually a better question. Maybe, how long did you keep it on repeat? Because I'm pretty good about doing it for a week and I'm good.
Okay.
How long did you keep that song that you love on repeat for?
So we've been talking for about 10 minutes now, and I think it's time to bring up some fish.
He was like, I'm going to do it. So David is obsessed with fish. Not the swimmy goldfish in the ocean or rivers or whatever. He's talking about the band fish. He sends me stuff all the time. We will be talking about one subject, and he will completely tie it to the band fish. Mm-hmm. I will give you the floor to talk a little bit about.
So it's not a TV show, but you know the iconic theme from 2001: A Space Odyssey, right?
Okay, I actually do. Yeah.
So like they do like funkified cover of it during shows, right? And Oh man,
Who's
that's
funkified though?
what do you mean?
Funkified.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
add the funky feel to it, you know?
Love it. Okay.
So they play that sometimes during shows, and I know we're different in the ways we repeat listen to music.
Yeah.
But I like, listening to different live versions of the same song, and hearing the differences, hearing the minutia, the different piano likes guitar, how they get to the theme, stuff like that. So that's probably one that I can listen to for hours and not get tired of it, because it just puts me in a good mood and makes me want to groove a little bit, dude.
Have you seen it in one of your favorite TV shows yet, or in any shows, a Fish song?
No. I don't think so. I mean, I've seen songs in shows that they've covered, but like not but I've seen them on like late night shows. I don't think that's relevant, but yeah.
I feel like you should manage Fish.
Oh no, no, dude. There's a lot of other folks, including a lot of other journalists, who are much more qualified than I am to talk about Fish. So,
okay, well, I think that's kind of our stopping point for now. But I think definitely our love for Kate Bush, my non-love for Fish.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. This is what I'm trying to get started.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a final question. He knows, because I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna ask you to do this, and I really want you to do it. And he's like, I don't know. So I want to start asking guests for our final little question if they could possibly do an impression, and it doesn't have to be good. I want you just to try your hardest. And the whole point is that it's probably not the best impression. Do you want to give it a shot?
I'm gonna cop out, and I'm gonna tell a story instead.
Okay,
I don't know
okay, go ahead.
I don't know if we have time for this, but it's funny because I have a twin, and we're both journalists, but we both are obsessed with music, right? And every now and again, whenever a random song comes on or whatever, we try to sing it in the voice of that artist. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to do it on camera, but one of the artists that we do frequently is Kate Bush.
Oh, so you and your twin just impersonate Kate Bush?
Well, no, not impersonate, but just sing, how high woman's work goes, like in the vocal register.
Or Wuthering Heights?
Yeah, we're just try to even hit it, and it just doesn't work well.
Oh my gosh. Can we really quick talk about Wuthering Heights?
Sure.
I tried to do an impression of that to you, and what did you say? Did you not laugh?
I mean, I laugh at you regardless, so okay. I can't remember that specific moment.
Okay, people, since he coughed out, I'll do it. I will do an impression of Cher, but I'm only doing 2 seconds of it because I don't want to get it taken down because of
but what people would probably prefer it being taken down though. If
Why are you so horrible? Okay. What should I do, Gyps?
It's up to you.
I'm actually nervous because I honestly, I did this to myself. I don't know why I'm like.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You're gonna have to cut this.
No, it's fine. No, I won't, because I'm actually gonna do it right now, and I'm not cutting any of this. It's very important for people to know my nervousness.
Sure.
Okay. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves.
Wow.
It's not the worst, right? I actually think it was pretty good. So, I want to thank David. We end on that note where he's like, that was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't terrible.
I'm good at Shakira, Cher, Jewel, and it's all the same voice for all three of them. It's all the same. Okay, thank you so much, David Gay, for being here. I brought you on here because I'm like, I know he loves music, so I want to thank you for helping me recap this show on the Weekly Entertainment Bubble.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, guys. And I want to say I will see you guys next week, and I will be bringing you more entertainment news. Thank you, guys. See you later.